everyone? We're back again. It's Monday morning. We've got the Monday blues. If you could just take a couple of seconds out to just subscribe to the channel and like this video, it really does help the channel grow. As we've seen over the last couple of videos, it has been slowly creeping up in places as the view counts and everything. I'm going to stop and reset the mileage on this. I can let you know what the mileage is at the end of the week that we've done, because the air pressure's locked on anyway. Yeah, if we're going to Spalding this morning, we're 88 miles away, so it should be a nice steady drive down. There we go. I like to reset the mileage in the morning, just helps keep track of what I'm doing. But yeah, Spalding this morning, picking up at a generator place, and at the minute that is going down to Felixstowe. But obviously, as you're aware by now, plans can change in an instant, so we will see what happens with that as to where we end up. Be nice if it does go down to Felixstowe, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll make our way around here. Yeah, my friend Gary is already there. He's got the 7 o'clock one, so he won't be far away by now. We're just making our way down now. I need to get diesel on the way at some point, probably get the job covered and then fill up at Alconbury on the way. We've got 33% left, so we should have enough to cover this job and be on a merry way down to Felixstowe, hopefully. It's saying there's a 22-minute delay en route now, and I can save 22 minutes. So where's that delay going to be? Looks like the delay's on the M18, on the A1, sorry. Oh well, we'll soon see. So I don't think I can get through the way it's telling me, because there's a weight limit, I'm sure there is. But I'll get off and I'll go phone my friend Gary, see if there's what happened on that, and update you in a little while. It's down here then, because this looks a bit precarious. He hadn't really stopped in the best place, this one here, but you know, whatever. We'll just squeeze through. It says, there we go. place to get to. It's down here on the right somewhere, Gary's telling me. Don't want to come here when it's busy. I think I've done this before. I think it's this turning here on the right. Yeah, Welland Business Park. Let's have a little look. Oof. Ow. Nice bottle, but some nice speed bumps there. With a bit of luck, I think it's just round this bend. And we should be good to go. He is loaded, is Gary. He was the 7 o'clock one. There's a maritime that's turned up, but he was late. He's another 7 o'clock one. Just round this bend. Yeah, I have done this before. I remember the fuel tankers in here. Thought I had. So let's see where I can get positioned to wait. Looking like just here. I'll wait just here. I'm not blocking out then, so I'll get off and I'll go see what's happening. There we go, a couple of hours later now, we are out. It wasn't too bad of a load really. There was just that maritime that got there before me. He was an hour late, and then he decided to he wanted a break before he got off of the bay, which wasn't very nice of him. They did move him on, and he said that he had a problem with his truck, which must have fixed itself, because miraculously when I was pulling off of the bay, it fired straight up and he pulled straight off. So oh well, each to their own. They've got me a derby for tomorrow morning. I can't remember what time she said. I think she said 12 o'clock derby, but I'm hoping it's a bit earlier, but we'll see. If it's 12 o'clock, it's 12 o'clock. I'll run it to Rothwell services tonight, Truckstop, which will then do me. That will do me then. I have to try and get out. It's a pain, is this junction, man. I'll let the Audi go, that's behind me. Got out. I'm gonna have to pull back in a bit, so no one's gonna let me out, which is nice of them. It's not a nice junction here, they're turning, so we're going after this white one that's coming across. There we go, we're out. We've only got about 10 ton on at the minute, so we're nice and light. For a 125 mile drive down to Felixstowe. I've asked for a 2 o'clock BBS, and if I've said that already, I'm probably repeating myself. And I will need a break on the way down. I got half an hour while I was waiting there. So I've got 2.5 hours driving left on my 4.5 hour drive. I can get most of the way now. I'll get a lay-by on the oh, that's that maritime parked up there in the lay-by. Must have not had enough brake, because if it was a serious fall-on wagon, he wouldn't have moved it, but oh well. Yeah, so I can take a nice relaxed day down. Well, day now. I started at 6 o'clock. They've built the big services there, Apple Green, never knew that. Yeah, so I'll get 12 hours out today. I've had a couple of big weeks, last few weeks. So if it's a quieter week, it's a quieter week, isn't it? You know, it is what it is. Can't be helped, can't do what about it. We're just going to get on with it. Try our best. Road looks a bit warped here, I think, coming up. Is it as bad as it looks? We've god, yeah. It's a bit of a dip. Oh god, it's coming up again here. It's all soft ground out here in some places, so the roads do like to walk. We're up to 16 degrees here. It's still fairly overcast. The sun does like to come out a little bit. It's still a bit windy. But I'll get off. I'll let you know if anything changes or anything drastic happens. Here to come get diesel. We're on 15% she was reading, so I thought I'll come get it now. Could probably get straight on a pump, plus it looks like it's going to rain. It's under canopy here. So I thought if I got it here it's done then, isn't it, for the next couple of days. I can just chill out then. I can get straight on a pump. Looks like I can. Yeah, I can. Could also get it washed here as well, but I just haven't really got the time today. I don't think. I'll still be going for their break at 12 o'clock. It's just coming up, just 11:45 now. You know, so not the most ideal time to go. I'm gonna try and get him. Come on. There we go, she got a gear eventually. I'll go this side, then we're not screwing it round too tight. Yeah, let's go get some diesel. Pulled out that lay-by now. I've had 45 minutes in there. Printed my paperwork for tomorrow for the job. Just outside of Derby, it's Castle Donington we're going to. Looks like it's Moran Logistics, so it'll be food based in there. So could be a handball job. I'll know more when I get the box on, if it's a solid box. If it sounds like a rock, it's most likely a handball. If it's sounds a bit hollow, it's on pallets. 22 mile away from Felixstowe now. Just 3 minutes past 2, so it's got me there at half past 2. I won't need a break now until I park up. Rothwell Truckstop. That'll probably be about 5:30ish by that point. Imagine I'll be half an hour in the dock, just over 2 hours to Rothwell Truckstop from there. Straight along the A14 and off at junction 3. I think I'm going to try and get out on a little walk this evening from there, just up into the town of Rothwell itself. Just do a mile out, a mile back, try and get in the habit of getting out the truck again in an evening. Might just perk me up that little bit, we'll see. is windy. 19 degrees at the minute. We're getting a bit warm on that brake just there and then. But it's been worse. Just trying to make some progress now down here. Get parked up. Book off at 6 o'clock, that's 12 hours there and then. So that is a steady day. No, it is a steady day. Hardest thing I'll have done is open and shut this container doors probably by the end of it. It's the life on containers. Sometimes you just have days like that where you don't really seem to do a great lot. Someone loaded my box on Friday for me, someone in yard. Gary managed to get someone to load it for me. And then I had a box on this morning, so it was just straight out the yard to the job. Open the doors, load it, shut the doors and away. I'll have to adjust the trailer down here. It's a 20-foot container I've got on at the minute, so it's set up. It's set up slightly shorter for the weight balance, even though this is nowhere near max weight. I'll have to just stretch it forward one pin to get to the 40-foot position on the trailer and adjust all the pins. I can do that in Felixstowe when I've got this container off first. And then we're good to go. It's about 22 tonnage container that we're getting on. It's a lot heavier than this, about 10 ton heavier than this one. But it's not always gospel is the paperwork that we get given. It can be 22 tons, sometimes it can be heavier. Most of the times it's lighter than that, than what it says. But we will soon see when I get down here. There we go, finally out of Felixstowe Dock. We're just coming up to just past 3:30 at the moment, so it took
there is currently light traffic on your route.
It took an hour to get a container on and off. Now there was a trade movement just then, which is why it took a while to get out from it, so that lost 10 minutes in that. It's not a it is a 40-foot IQ that I've got on, but it's not a normal 40-foot IQ like the thought it was going to be. It's a 40-foot IQ fridge, which is what it is. So that's going to be should be interesting to see what's in this. It's set at +2 centigrade, so that's going to be I've got a feeling it's going to be chocolate or something like that that's in there, some sort of confectionery like that that's perishable, but it doesn't need to be kept freezing cold. So we'll see in the morning. 114 mile to Rothwell Truckstop. I nearly said Felixstowe then again. So we'll get parked for the night, and if it's raining like this, I don't think I'll be going for a walk. So you don't want to get damp and then be sat damp in a truck. That's just making you damp. You don't want to be damp. So I'll see how the weather is when I get up here, and then we'll go from there. There's a bit of weight behind this. Saying 22 ton, I've got a slight feeling it might be a bit heavier, but we'll see. So certainly will see. Up there just before 6 o'clock at the minute, so I can get straight in, packed up and booked off in 12 hours. Be a later start tomorrow. It's going to be probably 8 o'clock start in the morning. As job's not due till 12 o'clock, so I'll start at 8, get there about 10 o'clock, see if I can get in early. The empty container will be coming back down here. I've been told that. So I can get a run back down then tomorrow. Hopefully get back down here, box off, box on. There's something for tomorrow. Oh man, I'm a bit close. Good job I want a bit lighter and want to take that a bit faster. Yeah, hopefully get back down here tomorrow afternoon, evening time. Depends how long the tip is and when they do start this. Box off and box on, and then see if I can run the time out somewhere, see if I can get parked somewhere up the road. It will be nice to get something to run with, but we have got options for parking around here. We've got a depot down at Felixstowe, but it's not a great depot. We've got Cooper's Cabin at Risby. We can reserve spaces there on Snap. So that's always handy to know about. So there's just options to do. We've got to see how the day unfolds yet. This is tramping and transport. Anything can change at any minute. You'll realise that over the videos as I'm putting them up. I'll say one thing and then in the next clip I'm saying something different's happening. So, but I'll get off for now and give you all a shout in a little while. For parking on. Long stint, 2 hours and 11 minutes. I say long stint, it's only half of what we can do, but I'm ready for parking up. I don't think I'm going to go on a walk today. It's very windy, it's a bit stormy, it keeps trying to rain. Starting to rain now. So rather than getting absolutely soaked, let's take a couple mile walk. I'm trying now. I'll not bother. We're on welcome break here. We're on account. It's welcome break, so we don't have to walk over and book in here. You can just do it off the reg number, and then they book you in when you leave in the morning. So I think that's what I'll be doing. It be parked up, curtains drawn, and book off. More or less book straight off. We're just coming up to 5:45 now. 12-hour day. How's it looking in here? Hopefully not too bad. Let's have a look. Not a fan of this roundabout for getting out. You can't really see out to your right. I'll try and show it next time I come here. I'll get my head cam on. Although I might have another camera, I might be ordering another camera soon to get another perspective that I can put on the handle of the step for getting in and out of the truck to show out that window there, possibly. Back row's nowhere near full. It's got quite a bit of room. So we should all be good in here. I do like this truck stop though. It's always a space somewhere if you can get in it, and then does a decent breakfast in the morning as well. I think it used to be £4, but I think it might be £6 now. Yeah, you can get like a sausage and egg sandwich in a roll, a coffee, 2 hash browns, and they serve that from 4 o'clock in the morning as well, which is handy to know if you're away early and you want some breakfast cooked. You can get that. It is handy to know. Let this lad go here, and he can get a gear. There we go. I am tempted just to drive straight into one of these spaces here, but they are allocated for fridges, so, and I have got a fridge on, but it's not running, there's no generator on it, so it's not making any noise. So I will go around the back, park, just to get out of the way. Them Friars wagons do look nice there. Oh, where's this lad going there? Trying to spin it round. I think it might be a bit too tight there. If he'd put his hazards on to show manoeuvring, I'd have stopped a bit sooner. You know, each to their own. So if I go, yeah, he's going to go in the other space, so I'll move out of his way. I don't mind walking if I want to, if I park at the back, if I want to walk to Shopper Road. I'll have a park up at the back, make it a bit easier. Nice if they're an end spot, because obviously the last video I showed, we can't get our doors open in here actually when we park up. It is a bit tight for getting your door open, just with where ours sit. In fact, I think I'm going to get next to this other container here. This Mercedes will do me. Try it against this one. See if I can get my door open. Just let this van past. It's on his phone anyway, like, but you know, whatever. So let's shunt over, straighten up. Straight back at this now. Let's have a look. Yeah. So I can get my door open at that next to this Mercedes here, so that is me happy at that. It certainly is. So I'll quickly tilt her back because it is on a slope going down all this actually here. There we go. That will do me. Just quickly take you off of here and show you whereabouts I am parked. Screw this. There we go, that's where we're parked. So as you can see, we're straight on that one, and if you can make that out, we're straight on that one as well. So if you enjoy this video, you know, please subscribe. It's going to help this channel grow. We've we recently had a channel that we looked in the analytics of it, and it's one of the videos was got a lot of hits whereabouts it had been on YouTube homepage for a lot of people as a recommended video. So you know, it's going to help the channel grow if you subscribe, so that can happen more often hopefully, and really help this channel grow and really help us out. And if you could also start liking the video as well, it would really improve things on that perspective as well, to just to show that we're getting feedback on the videos. But until next time, I'll see you later on.